Alright, what is going on, people of the internet? Welcome back to the episode of Ark Survival Evolve Max Speed, except not Max Speed, because I'm a moron and it's completely screwed up in the fact that you can't actually give speed to a Manticore. So what is going on, people of the internet? Welcome back to the episode of Ark Survival Evolved Max Melee Damage, because I was too lazy to restart this video and try again with a different creature, and I also kind of want to see what the Manticore can do, because this thing's kind of scary. Anyway, my character's still tripping balls on LSD, because the mountains are clearly still just green and or blue and red. I don't even know how I got green. There's absolutely no green in this color palette anywhere. It's blue and red, black, and a bit of yellow, and that's pretty much all I got here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the video that I put out yesterday, as well as referencing back to the Manticore, as I do. Basically, the video I put out yesterday was an open invitation for everybody here watching to join my server. You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to like my content. Hell, I'm the leader of this server, and I can't stand my content for the most part. But basically, what's going to work here is that for this server, all you got to do is go on the forums and apply. I put out a simple 2.5-minute video. If you can't stand watching that, I don't know what you... I don't know what I'm getting at here. Basically, like, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you can't sit through that to join a server, like, really? It's there's no pressure approach to that. I get if it's a 20-minute video, but it's easy. It's simple. All you got to do, go on the forums, post a thread, name and date. That's the title. I said that in the video, but I still get people who've titled it application. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to put name, date, whatever. It doesn't really matter anyway. But this Manticore right here, it's fast. It really is quick on the ground. In the air, it's essentially useless. There's no point in any time that you should be in the air with this Manticore, assuming you could ride it, which you can't. You can't actually. You can ride it, but only if you Forcetame it. But I'm pretty sure that Ark is going to do the same thing with the Dodo Rex, because around this time last year, Ark introduced the Dodo Rex, and then they made it tameable for the Halloween update. Coincidence? I think not. So, as of right now, you can Forcetame the Manticore and then ride it, and you can clearly see that there's a place that's nicely been chosen by the Ark developers for me to be sitting on the Manticore. I'm not floating off it, so there won't be a saddle for it like it needed armor in the first place. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to ride and tame the Manticore, because if you look, when I hit Forcetame, it says, "The Manticore has been tamed!" And it was the same way for the Dodo Rex, so that's my theory as of right now. Anyway, you're going to see here that I decide to pump a lot of levels into movement speed, and this is clearly not the right move to be doing, because melee damage. It doesn't get movement speed. You gotta put melee damage. And health, no, don't put health. That's dumb. It has 80,000 health. You don't need more. ScorchedEarth isn't that tough. There's no gigas. You're not gonna fight a Titan, and there's none of those anyway, so just pump melee damage, not movement speed. Ugh. So you're gonna see here, doesn't matter how much I click, no movement speed shall be come to this Manticore. Anyway, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the server while you're seeing me struggle against absolutely nothing, and basically the fact that this server is it's gonna be PvP PvE. There are some really good elements to Ark, but they can be fixed, simply put. You know, there's a big problem with the fact that sandbox open world PvP games, player interaction consists of, oh my god, there's a person over there, I'm gonna kill them before I even initiate contact with them. Number 2, I'm going to go up to this person because I'm clearly outmatching them in any way, shape, or form. There's pretty much no way that they'll have a chance to kill me. I'm going to have to hold them at gunpoint, spear point, crossbow point, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to have to wind up talking to them, hoping that they're friendly, or I will kill them. And number 3 is, okay, well, let's see. This person has snuck up behind me. Now all I have to do is pray to God that they're friendly, or else I'm dead and my gear is all gone. And it kind of feels the same way for Ark most of the time. It's not as bad as other games like DayZ or Rust, but Ark is pretty tough in that sense for PvP. And I actually spent a pretty good amount of my time setting up the server. I've spent the past 2-3 weeks dealing with admin responsibilities and setting up admin positions for people, and we've had admin applications, and we've got about 12 or 15 of them right now, which is amazing. And I've spent a lot of my own money, not stuff that I make off YouTube, because that's really not a lot. I put my own money into the server and have it trying to be set up so that people can join us. But I'm expecting about 50 applications at minimum to get the server going. I've already paid for everything, TeamSpeak, server hosting, whatever. And I've gotten 3 weeks of my life out of the way because I've been setting up admin stuff and getting the server ready to go. And as of right now, 24 hours after I posted the video nearly, we've got all of 14. So please do apply. I know that a lot of people probably haven't seen the video that I posted yesterday, but it's pretty simple. Just go on my channel, click on that video, look at it, follow the links, follow the instructions. It's super easy. You're probably not even going to get rejected for the server because there's not that many people applying. So come on, join us. We've got people from Australia. You're not going to have bad ping. It's just not the case. The Arc doesn't work like that. It's weird. I don't know how it works. No one knows how it works. It's Arc. We got to deal with it. Anyway, Manticores are not good followers. I take a Dial over a Manticore. I take a Dodo over a Manticore. They won't attack these terror birds. I whistle them to attack. The stares of death don't do it. Just looking at them, watching them try to maul me to death, and even hitting the Manticore too, in fact. And they just don't want to attack the terror birds. It's pretty bad. Anyway, it's probably been a little bit of a while since anybody here has seen a max melee damage video. So I'm going to explain to you very carefully about how I go about selecting the highest level Manticore. I've gone ahead and summoned about 5 level 150s, and I know that most ScorchedEarth servers run 120, but the official vanilla Arc is running 150, at least in the center. And the islands kind of fade out of existence, so center is kind of the go-to map, and most centers run 150, so I've gone with 150 for this one. Deal with it! So, I've gotten 5 of these, and I'm trying to best find the bell curve. And what that is, I'll put an image of it on the screen now, is what you're seeing here is a percentage, and the highest percentage of things reside in the middle. That's where there's the most quantity. You can clearly see that. And the ones that fall to the right of the bell curve are going to have the highest percent melee damage, but at the same time, because there's a lower value, there's going to be much less of them. So right now we're testing for the most that we can find out of our 5 Manticores that we've spawned in. And the most that we have is this one right here, the 327.4% melee damage. This guy's a little bit lower. I checked that a couple times because I didn't know if I got the right one. But basically, this is our winner chicken dinner right here. So, we're going to go ahead and kill off all the other Manticores, just instantly gone, just like that. And, well, we've only got one left, so who cares? We got our Manticore. We're ready to go. So, we're going to hop on this guy, finish off these 2 stubborn little terror birds, give ourselves the experience we need to level up to the max, and then proceed to chomp down everything on the island. So the Manticore has 3 attacks. I can't figure out what the third one does. You can do the third one by pressing C. I don't really understand what it's supposed to do, if it induces Torpor, if it's just a widespread attack that does extremely low amounts of damage, or if it's like, I mean, that's the only 2 things I could really think of. But basically you can see here, melee damage doesn't go up a whole lot for being the best one we could find, so it's really the case that, you know, the Manticore is not going to be much stronger than when you're originally getting it, because it only went up maybe 130, 140%, which isn't all that much. In the air, it can't do any of its 3 attacks. It's pretty useless in the air, so running around on the ground it's faster, and it can use all 3 attacks, so I would highly recommend never ever hitting spacebar on this guy, ever. So of course we do have 3 attacks. There's a left mouse button, which is a general swipe / bite. There's pressing C, which does what you're seeing on the screen now. Doesn't do very much damage, I'm going to say that much. And there is pressing right click, which induces Torpor and doesn't do a whole lot of damage itself. So damage, left click, Torpor, right click, never hit C. It's useless. I mean, maybe against a bunch of players that have all conveniently lined up behind you in succession so that you can just mow them down all at once. That might be kind of cool, but I don't know how frequently that's going to happen. So it doesn't actually have a good range for its left click attack. That's one thing I noticed, is that I think a Thorny Dragon perches up underneath of me pretty quickly here, and he's behind my legs, and with a T-Rex I think you can hit behind your legs, or maybe it's a Giga, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a T-Rex. You can hit behind the legs because it has a rather large hitbox. Manticore, you can't do that. It's a small hit radius for its attack, so you have to back up, which really isn't that big of a problem with this guy because he can do it. He's good on land. He's a lion that's been turned into a giant flying, I don't know what to call it. It's a Manticore. That's it. Basically, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So, you can see here I'm using my right click with max melee damage on a max level Manticore, and it's not leaving this Morellatops bloody at all. I do manage to knock it out, and the other one runs away because he doesn't have a partner, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, damn, that was cold. He just leaves his friend to die at the hands of a giant scorpion dragon lion. But, yeah, I'm going to show you right here. It's actually tough to get off this. This is going to be something that the developers are going to have to fix if they want to make the Manticore tame, because you can't actually get off it while it's on the ground. I mean, sometimes you can, but for the most part you just kind of get stuck on them. And when they follow, and when you whistle them to follow you, they won't do it. They won't actually do it. You have to whistle them to attack something, which they won't actually attack if you want to get them back down on the ground. Even then, they don't want to do it. So basically, it's kind of screwed there. So we're just going to kill this guy off and just say bye-bye. But as you saw with the Morellatops there, he had about 500 Topor, and the Manticore used that up in about 3 hits. So it's about the same effectiveness as a crossbow, but that's really not saying a whole heck of a lot for the fact that it's as big as it is and it's as strong as it is. So I don't get the sense the Manticore is furiously overpowered like the Dodo Rex, but it's probably going to be something to look forward to in a Halloween event that should be coming up later this month. So, anyway, that's going to pretty much do it from us. Thank you for watching. Do apply to the server, because it's so much work. I spent so much time on it, and we only had 14 people apply in 24 hours. It's really easy. Zifnix put a word limit on it. He's one of the people who used to be an admin on the server, but he kind of resigned. Don't care about the word limit. Just apply. And then we'll get you on the TeamSpeak. We'll send you an email. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun playing Ark. ScorchedEarth, it's a good map. It's pretty nifty. But yeah, anyways, it's going to pretty much do it from us. Thank you for watching. If you've got suggestions for future videos, you can leave them in the comments, and I'm... oh, man, that was a sentence and a half. So yeah, that's going to do it from us. Thank you for watching. Peace! Join my server. Just join my server. It's going to be good. It's going to be pretty nifty. Read the rules. I spend a lot of time on those. Bye-bye. There are 2 things you're going to want to look at. They're both lock threads posted by myself, and this one's pretty lengthy. It talks about how there are 4 states, like peaceful, neutral, war, peace, or allied, and what those entail. And here are the general rules for the server, so you're going to want to be familiar with those before you start your interview. You're also going to want to make sure that you have TeamSpeak 3 downloaded, because that's what we're going to be using all of our things for. So